and strong. Talking Tigers all morning long. Saints exceed headlines on the screen. Breaking it down with a little caffeine. Grab your mug, come on in. Let's wake this day and let it begin. It's Morning Scone. Everybody on. Coffee's hot and the news is strong. Purple, gold, black and gold. Stories waiting to be told from Baton Rouge to New Orleans. Talking sports and everything between. Wake up, smile, let's get it on. Start your day with Morning Scone. It's Morning Scone. Everybody on. Coffee's hot and the news is strong. Purple, gold, black and gold. Stories waiting to be told from Baton Rouge to New Orleans. Talking sports and everything between. Wake up, smile, let's get it on. Start your day with Morning Scone. Where the coffee's hot, the takes are hotter.
Okay, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a home day edition of Morning Scone, presented by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, Parish Construction and Roofing. Need an orthopedist? Go to Brock. You need a roof. You call the winner of the best roofing company and the best of Baton Rouge, Parish Construction and Roofing, and our new partner, Drew Brees. Unique physique, unique aesthetics and wellness, Restored Motions, restoredmotions.com. Koch Brothers Premium Cigars, code MAT15, 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 15% off your order. And FMOL Health, our Lady of the Lake Championship Health Partner of LSU Athletics. Okay, good morning, y'all. Happy Saints training camp today. Got my new shirt from Alon on. I don't know if you can even tell. Can you tell the pattern? It's Rebirth. Can you see? It's the Steve Gleason punt block. I love their shirts. Great stuff. Anyway, in honor of the Saints hitting the practice field today, Mickey Loomis met with reporters a day ago to open up training camp. The most notable thing, Jordyn, Tyson, and Kendre Miller are both healthy and are ready to roll. So Tyson had been, kind of coming off the hamstring, and then Miller coming off the torn ACL. They're good to go, which is awesome. A couple players, Mason Tipton, starting on PUP. Someone else, I forgot who. It doesn't really matter. But Saints are healthy, ready to roll. Year 2, Kellen Moore, Saints will be on the practice field today. We'll get you full practice report on AFR this afternoon. Looking forward to it. The Ole Miss lawsuit has been filed. So Ole Miss is suing Prince Will, Miellen, and Devin Harper to collect their buyout money. Combined about $1 million is the report. LSU hasn't paid it, so they're not involved. I mean, they're not named in the suit. Obviously, it's the players who signed the rev share deals and owe the buyout money. But I think LSU should pay it and be done with it and move on. I do think Ole Miss is right to collect. I think you want to cut down on a lot of the transient nature, hold players to these contracts. You sign them to a rev share contract, hold them to the buyout of the terms. I mean, it's why, terms of the buyout, I should say, that's why DeMond Williams is still the quarterback at Washington. So I don't necessarily love that they're doing it publicly, but I think that's petty. But I absolutely think they're right. So hopefully LSU strokes the check for these players. And I mean, everybody knew the deal when LSU went and snagged Miellen and Devin Harper away from Ole Miss after they had signed their rev share deal. Everybody knew the deal. So hopefully they pay up and be done with it. And then we did talk about this on AFR yesterday, and I got a Locked On episode live about it. Kevin Sherrer is joining the LSU staff as well. I got that confirmed to me yesterday. We broke it over at LouisianaSports.net. So long time. He's 53 years old, long-time defensive assistant. Spent 3 years as Nick Saban's director of player development in 2010, 11, and 12. Did stints at Bama, Georgia, Tennessee. Has been at DC. He's coaching the NFL with the Giants. Just most recently was the DC, the Birmingham Stallions in the UFL. So experienced, smart, defensive dude. So good addition there, and maybe a potential Blake Baker replacement, right? I think you prepare for the possibility. I ain't pushing Blake Baker out the door. I want him to be at LSU forever, but I also am realistic enough to understand he was offered 2 head coaching jobs this offseason, and there's going to be more coming. So you bring a guy on staff with DC experience in the SEC, NFL experience, and bring him on staff this year, and you have a plug-and-play option if Baker does leave. So I like it. Okay, let's say some mornings here. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post. Podcast, subscribe on your favorite podcast app. See what y'all got. Thomas, good morning, man. Hope you're doing great. Hey, Brad, can you explain how Utah's private equity deal works? Brad, I don't know a ton about Utah's private equity deal, to be honest with you. I can look up real quick. Let's see. It was with Otro Capital, creating a for-profit commercial entity, Crimson Brand Partners. So Otro Capital committed a 9-figure investment. How much did they give up? Wow. Revenue, ticketing, corporate sponsor. That's given up a lot of control, because they have board seats. So institutional control. Utah AD Mark Harlan chairs the board. University retains the majority ownership and full control over athletics decisions, coaching, student athlete operations. It doesn't say how much they got, what percentage of the athletic department they got. Could generate $500 million in capital. Yeah, I would love to know. It doesn't really go into great detail here. I would love to know more about it, but it doesn't really go into great detail. Let's see, Adam, good morning. Happy opening day of training camp. Have a wonderful day. Same to you. Hey, Guy, good morning. Jacob, good morning. Ole Miss is actually going through with it. Going to sue the players who came to LSU. How petty. Again, I don't mind them suing the players. I don't mind them collecting their buyout money. Like, it's why you have these contracts. If the roles were reversed, you'd want LSU to do the same. Like, you enforce buyouts. It's why you have contracts. Again, I do not mind Ole Miss collecting the money. What I don't like is doing it publicly. There are so many. I mean, this is something that has got to be common everywhere. And you go through what channels you can or have to in order to collect your money, or the school taking the player pays the money and it never becomes a public thing. But don't necessarily love that it's public. Hey, Cody, jumping over from Locked On and Morning Scone. Let's go. Yeah, so I did the Locked On bonus about Kevin Sherrer last night. So I dropped today's Locked On this morning. So, and hopefully I'll have another one around lunchtime for you as well. I figured it might have been done by now. So, hey, Jabel, good morning. Cajun Persuasion, good morning. Jim, good morning. Kenneth, you're good at what you do. I'm afraid you're going to leave us like Nick Saban did. Well, thank you, Kenneth. I appreciate it. That's very kind of you. I have no intention of leaving. So that's the good thing. And I say it often that I am very happy to be talking LSU and Saints and teams that I care about and love. So if I leave, where would I go? I don't want to go talk about other teams. I like talking about the Saints and LSU. So, I mean, if someone made me a life-changing offer, I'd consider it, but that life-changing offer hadn't come. And so I'm really happy doing what I'm doing. Brad, do you think CBS should suspend Tony Romo for getting arrested? Oh, I don't know, Brad. I think most everyone has a contract, and in your contract, there are typically like morality clauses or conduct detrimental. If you do something that is detrimental or sheds a negative light on the entity or organization, there could be punishment. If that's in his contract and they choose to do it, okay. If they don't, they don't. I don't have a strong feeling on it, man. Hey, LSU Melly. Good morning, Matt. Got my ex hacked. I feel like Kiffin only. I didn't choose to be on this break. Be careful. The thing I'll tell you is, number one, two-factor authentication. Everyone thinks it's a pain in the butt, but it's a matter of 10 more seconds to add another layer of security. So 2FA. And then if you get a DM, don't ever click on the link in the DM. If someone sends you a DM and they're like, vote for me here, like, don't ever click on it, ever. Hey, Kelly, good morning. Craig, boot up, we ride. Hey, Brad, good morning. What's confidence level Will Wade's uncleared players will be eligible? Media's having a field day saying he still only has 4 players. So, Brad, I have had a few off-the-record conversations, and they got more than 4 players. Okay. Suffice to say they got more than 4 players. I think the real tough one is going to be RJ Lewis. And that's one that probably is going to have to go to court. That's the one I've talked about before, that I do not think he should ever play a minute of basketball at LSU. He signed a 2-way contract. The rules are the rules. If you sign a deal with an NBA team, including a 2-way contract, you are ineligible. He is ineligible. So that's the one I think that they're going to have to sweat. But they feel good about it because he never unenrolled from school. He never actually played professionally, but he did sign the contract. So that's what they're holding on to. We'll see. Hey, Gray, good morning. If the SEC were to match the Big Ten and add more teams, who would they add? Miami, FSU, Clemson, seeing rumors of expansion. So just curious. Yet I don't think they would, Gray. Remember, a big part of that of expansion with those teams back in 2014 with A&M and Missouri was the launch of the SEC network, and they did not have those TV markets. Like, they didn't have a presence in Texas, and then in Missouri you've got Kansas City and St. Louis, and excuse me, and that also helped with the because I think they're a Airland and Sea Grant school, and for the APR, like it helped tremendously having Missouri in the league as well, which does matter for like qualifications and all that sort of stuff. So that was a big thing then. Like all the schools you just mentioned, you already have teams in that footprint, so it doesn't add more TV markets. Plus, you have total coverage on TV with the SEC network. Adding Texas and Oklahoma was massive because you added 2 of the most massive brands in college football, and that elevated your TV presence. Does Clemson, Miami, Florida State do that? Probably not. So plus they have their deals with the ACC that they're locked into seemingly for another decade. So I think what's more likely is not the SEC adding a couple of teams. What's more likely is the Super League that we've talked about with the SEC, the Big Ten, and the sort of invite only or buy-in only heading that way. Craig, 100% in Ole Miss corner on this. Hold the players accountable. A deal's a deal when you put ink to paper. I agree. I mean, it's the thing that everybody complains about is the transient nature of the players leaving and jumping school to school. Well, one way to stop that is sign them to multi-year deals and put punitive language in those contracts to where if you break the deal, it costs. It disincentivizes them from breaking the deal. It's no different than a coach's buyout. Like, why do you put that language in there? To disincentivize a school from firing the coach. That's what the agent negotiates that buyout. So that way they have protection. So it's no different here. Again, like, I don't mind at all Ole Miss suing and collecting the money. I just don't like that they're doing it so publicly and naming the names and of the student athletes and all that sort of stuff. Just got a text from Lolo Jones. Talked about yesterday here, and this is Us Weekly just did a story on it. Wow. I think she was just thanking me for putting it out there. Yeah. Anyway, all right, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post. Hey, Jay, good morning. Hunter, good morning. You going to take a whiskey and wine with Hold the Mayo? Dev and I texted yesterday, so somebody made a graphic and suggested we call it whiskey and I'm being respectful of the fact that this is Morning Scone and trying not to say the word for cannabis that begins with W. Whiskey and yes, well, this whiskey and weed is what someone suggests. They made an AI graphic and all. So I texted with Dev, and he's like, because he put on Twitter, he's like, I'm down. I'm like, wait, man, we doing this? So half joking, but half serious. I can't do every game, but I think we're going to try to plan to do, because I'll be at the Clemson game. I think I'm going to be at Tech, and I think I'm planning to go to Ole Miss. So I can't do any of the first three. But then A&M, McNeese are next. So I told him, I was like, hey, look, here's the next 2 dates where I'll probably be at home watching the game. So if you want to pick one of those, let's make it happen. So I think we're going to try to make it happen for one of those. Hey, club, good morning. Trivia. Been having a terrible time catching you live. Can bring back tweeting you going live. Why? I'm surprised you don't have notifications set on YouTube Trivia to where it pops up whenever we go live. It's a little surprising. Maybe I'll just text you the link. Let's see. Good morning, Matt and Morning Scone fam. Do you think Logan Schmidt letting everyone know he did not want to go to school removed any leverage he had in contract negotiations? No, I just think no. It's not even leverage in contract negotiations because he didn't have a contract negotiation. That was the point. Like normally that's done during the draft. Like what are you willing to accept? What are you not willing to accept? And the Guardians drafted him blind without a deal in place, which is crazy. Especially when you're talking about a high school left-hander who throws 98, to think that you're going to draft him blind and he's just going to accept whatever you give him. It's crazy to not have done more due diligence. Hey, Brian. Good morning, Matt. Been a while since I've been here. Things have changed. I love it. Thank you, Brian. Glad to have you here. Yeah, we got the new intro song, thumbnails. We're moving on up, man. Hey, Michael, good morning. Lane is definitely taking a page out of Nick Saban's playbook, hiring Kevin Sherrer. You're right. If all goes well this season for the Tigers, we'll probably lose Blake Baker. I would hate that. Both for LSU and just personally, I like Blake a lot. He and his family are great. They rode with us on the Paris float for St. Patty's Day. They're great. Blake and Roslyn and their kiddos are awesome. So I would hate to see Baton Rouge lose them. Of course, we'd hate to see LSU lose him. But I think that's just an inevitability. Like it's his goal. He wants to be a head coach. He had 2 options this year. Memphis and Tulane both offered him. I mean, they go have another good year. He's going to get more offers and probably better offers. So it's an inevitability. So you bring in a guy like Sherrer, who's 53 years old, who's been a DC in the SEC, who's coached under Nick, who's coached under Kirby, he's been a DC at Tennessee, was just a DC in the UFL, he's coached in the NFL. A hyper qualified guy that you get into your ecosystem, and then you have a plug and play option ready if Blake Baker does take a head coaching job. Hey, Ricky, good morning. DJ, good morning. Drew finally got his cameo on Locked On. He did. I was recording Locked On last night, and I was just like about to wrap it up, and he came busted. Like as I'm doing the wrap up, he came busted. I'm like, you know what? Forget it. Just let's roll. Hey, Glenn, how's the CBS looking? What do you mean the CBS? How's the CBS looking? You're gonna have to help me out on that one. Caleb, let's see. Asked for what he says. Good morning. Sold your boy Gavin Dew got a truck yesterday. Okay. At a babe. Gavin's great, man. Wish him all the best. Let Ole Miss do it. Players will stay away from them. I don't know. You know what, Trivia? I don't know that like players are not going to go to Ole Miss because they're suing these players to recruit buyouts. What I think will happen is players and their agents will be more diligent when it comes to the revenue share deals and the language in those rev share deals to make sure that they know what they're signing and they're really, really sure. I would love to know the context on Uman Mielen and Devin Harper signing their rev share deals with Ole Miss, knowing that going to LSU could have been a possibility. Like, were they pressured to do so in a timely manner, like sign now or the offer's gone sort of thing? I don't know. But I would love to hear that side of the story, which is something that now can be, because there's two sides to every story, which is something that can now be published if because now we know Ole Miss has made this public. So now the natural thing is to go ask Uman Mielen and Devin Harper about it and see what they say and get their side of the story. Hey, Devin, the two players that owe Ole Miss money, I'm assuming they received that money already, or is it from last year, or is it going to be spread out over time this year? Yeah, no, so that they have not been paid money, right? So they signed their revenue share deal for the 2026 season. Now, I haven't seen the contract, so I don't know how it's structured. My guess is that it's prorated. It's a monthly prorated deal. So you would take whatever their deal is. Now, maybe they got like a lump sum up front. Like, let's say it was a $500,000 deal. I don't know that to be sure, but let's say it's a $500,000 deal. They get $100K up front and the other $400K is spread out over 12 months. Something like that, right? Could be, I don't know, or maybe it's just 12 equal installments or 8 equal installments whenever from now until the end of the season, whatever it's. I don't know. I don't know how they structured it. But they most certainly didn't get $400K upon signing or $500 or whatever. But you broke the contract, right? And so the terms of the contract, that's the buyouts. You owe the terms of the deal. So look, again, like, read the contract. Hey, Cody, I don't like it public either. That's like your credit card company posting you on the evening news because you defaulted on your account. Seth, good morning, Matt. Hope you enjoyed your time in NYC a few weeks back. Next time you're in the city, I got a bottle of bourbon for you. Cool. Thanks, Seth. Appreciate it. I love to get up to New York, man. Hopefully Erica and I will be heading that way around Christmas time. Would love to go do a December New York trip. Might do that after the college season. Mark, Pelicans just signed a center. Okay. Hold the Mayo, Devin Snow, Moscone for whiskey and wine. Looks like it's going to happen. Hey, Disco Dave, good morning. Who's your predicted starting from the 4 on the LSU defensive line? Well, Uman Mielen and Ross are going to be your edge rushers. And at tackle, if I had to guess, I would say Malik Blockton, first snap, Malik Blockton and Dom McKinley. Let's go with the veterans. Hey, Mark, Who will be QB2, Rattler or Wilson? I think Zach Wilson wins that job. If not Wilson, why did you bring him in? I kind of look at it that way. Like, if you were good with Rattler as your number 2, why did you bring Wilson in? Now, if Wilson comes in and wins the number 2 job, now you can maybe justify trading Rattler as well. Maybe one way that they're looking at it. All right, hang on one second. Drew's awake.
Parish Construction and Roofing. At Parish, we've got you covered. From the top of your roof, all the way down. Parish Construction and Roofing. Parish Built. Parish Built. Parish Built. From your hometown. ParishBuilt.com.
That show, and then after that show, we're going to get dressed and go see Dr. Tracy Lacey. Okay. All right.
Oh, Ilka.
Well, look who's here.
Help.
Help what?
What is Ilka Monday doing? Monday edition, Morgan Buzzer, about Clinic Parish Construction and Roofing.
Parish Construction and Roofing. Good job. Good job.
And then,
Well, after Dad's show, we're going to get dressed and go see Dr. B. Okay?
Dr. Bianca.
Dr. B. You want to go see any play, Matt?
That show.
Oh, you want to watch Dad's show?
Yeah?
Okay.
Walking chair.
Oh, you want to go in your rocking chair? Okay.
Sit.
Oh, you're going to sit. Okay.
Why, Ilka?
Okay.
That is
Screw.
say
All right. Morning, Matt. Will Stein or Pat Summerall, Will Stein or Pat Summerall, which was better success in the SEC? I don't think you mean Pat Summerall. I think you mean John Summerall. Because Pat Summerall, I'm pretty sure, is deceased and has been for some time.
I say
What, baby?
why, Ilka?
Why, Erica? Oh, and who has more success? I like, look, John Summerall would be the betting favorite there. He's just got more resources. Now he's also going to have more pressure. Will Stein at Oregon, though, 3 years as the OC, 3 different coordinators. Bo Nix, Dylan Gabriel, and then Dante Moore. And all 3 years, they had a top 15 offense in the country. So Will Stein has a proven system there offensively, which is impressive. And, we'll see if he can get the right talent pieces in place. Right, get talent pieces in place for to have success there. Whew. Okay. Hey, Steven, good morning. Okie dokie, thanks for the logo explanation yesterday. Since LSU's redesigned the Tiger head and trademarked it, can they request me to use it rather than awkward Go fonted LSU? I don't believe that they have the autonomy to do that. The network is just going to use what logo they have the rights to use. And LSU probably wants... I would guess LSU would be okay with that, and that's what they have the right to use. Which, when cut down, we get SU or LS. When Alabama and Arkansas changed their logo to the angry elephant and the hog, the networks complied. I'm sort of a newbie. Do you do a whiskey auction in the fall or just once a year? That was fun. So normally, I guess you're talking about the S&P whiskey raffle. Well, Normally, Calandro's does a rare whiskey raffle every fall. Their allocation didn't come this year, so they didn't do the raffle, which normally happens in December. As the S&P raffle we did we always do around Mardi Gras. And so that was fun. Appreciate KP and those guys. Always help to raise money for St. Lillian, which is awesome. Rex, good morning. Seems like Lane Kiffin's LSU coaches and staff outnumbered BK's LSU staff twofold. Is that true? I'd have to go back and count the entire staff from Kelly, but it's close. I mean, when you count on and off field, like front office staff and on field staff, there's over 70 people on this coaching staff. Like it's almost a one-to-one player to coach. Now, again, that includes the off field staff as well. But yeah, I mean, the investment there on the staff, I'm going to be fascinated to see whenever the money issue comes out and we see all like the salaries and everything, like how much money they spent on this year's football staff compared to last year's football staff. Hey, Todd, good morning. Saw a great article last week on Bill Arnsbarger bringing Verge to LSU. How about an in-depth article on how Bob Broadhead affected LSU athletics from Arnsbarger to skip? I mean, Bob Broadhead wrote a book called Sacked. I'm sure a lot of that's there, but Bob Broadhead also wanted to change the LSU football helmet to the Cincinnati Bengals, a purple and gold, like tiger striped helmet, like the Cincinnati Bengals helmet. There is, as I understand it, like a prototype somewhere. Cody, I'd love to meet you, Matt. If you come to Oxford, stop by the Velvet Vitch dinner on the house. Love that, dude. So, Cody, you live in Oxford? Okay, that's awesome, man. So the plan is to be there to do AFR that Friday and to go to the game Saturday. So that is the plan. I think I'm going to end up making it. So deets to come. Hey, Brian, good morning from Atlanta. Do you think that coach that came on is going to be a replacement for Blake? So that's strictly an opinion, a guesstimation, hypothesizing. I do not know that for certain, but it would stand to reason, right? You're just like Nick Saban used to do. He would stockpile great coaches and then would elevate. From Kiffin and Sarkisian and Bill O'Brien. I mean, just look through the list. Brian Daboll. I mean, he would just stockpile these great coaches and elevate them whenever, as analysts, and then elevate them whenever he had an opening. Hey, Craig. Do a preseason, midseason, end of season with him. Could even sprinkle in some Saints LSU basketball. Not necessarily post shows, more like recap show every so often. I'm not opposed. I love Dad. He and I have talked a bunch over the years about his stuff, what he has going, how to try to integrate him more into what we do at 104.5 ESPN and all different types of stuff. I've had very, very like preliminary convos with him, like about being on our radio lineup. If the opportunity, we don't have anything open, but it's like, if we ever did have anything open, is it anything he would even be interested in? So I would love to find a way to work with him. On the flip side, is it possible for players to receive a buyout if a team lets them go? I think, Craig, the buyout would be the contract that they've already signed, right? So like if you sign a rev share deal and you get X amount of dollars, like you're owed that amount of money. What, baby? We're going to finish Dad's show, and then we're going to get dressed, and then we're going to go see Dr. Tracy Lacey.
No, Dr. B.
Dr. B. Okay. This morning, Matt. NCAA suspending a Tennessee player for his agent buying him plane tickets. Just wild. I hadn't seen that. Here's the Drew. Drew's getting so big, enjoying appearance from Morning Scone. Goat. Thanks, man. We appreciate it. Please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook, like the page, share the post, podcast, subscribe on your favorite podcast app. Rex Ocho Cinco tweeted he was patrolling around New Orleans looking for somebody named Pork Chop. Did he hit you up to make right on his bet? Has never hit me up to make good on his bet. Certainly is disappointing. One of my bigger professional disappointments, because I really thought Ocho would be would stick to his word on that one. He did not, and that is disappointing. We would have had a good time. Eric, have you seen the basketball schedule yet? Doesn't seem like a brutal schedule, all things considered. Well, I mean, until we know the LSU roster, it's going to be really difficult to project for certain. I have seen the schedule. I like that they're going on the road to Spokane to play Gonzaga. I like that they're going to Houston to play Houston. Exhibition at Florida State, like that as well. So, and a lot of winnable games. It was interesting. We had Mark Wise on the show a couple days ago as an ESPN college basketball analyst, and he said, don't sleep on High Point. High Point apparently is a really good mid-major, going to be a really good major this year, a mid-major this year. So another game sort of sneaky on the schedule there. Could be a good RPI opportunity. A net ranking opportunity, excuse me. Hey, Michael. Hi, Drew. Happy birthday, Olivia. We're celebrating our 37th anniversary. That's awesome. Well, happy wedding anniversary, Michael. And yeah, today is Olivia's birthday, who you all get to see every year at when we're on family vacation. So Olivia is 21 today. And then Erica's birthday is tomorrow. What?
It's Erica.
Okay.
Not Erica.
Was Coach O the first to hire a GM in college? And you consider him a visionary like you said Saban was when he hired Sherrer? I think Orgeron was the first to give... What baby?
Like that song, Erica.
Like that song, Erica. I think Orgeron was when he named Austin Thomas general manager back in 2017. I think that was the first person. I think was the first person ever to have the GM title. Is Orgeron a visionary like Saban? If you're trying to compare Ed Orgeron to Nick Saban, come on. If you're trying to compare anybody to Nick Saban, that's certainly not the comparison you would make. Saban consistently innovated and reinvented the way he built programs and rosters and front office and staff, and continuously evolved, and over 2 decades proved to be the greatest coach ever. I don't think we would describe Coach O the same way. What?
Open up, Erica.
Open up, Erica. But like with most, there are strikes and gutters, right? There's good and bad. And with Orgeron during his time at LSU, there was good. Won the Fiesta Bowl, obviously won the national championship. And there was bad. Losing to Troy year one, the erosion of the roster, of the culture in COVID, and then in 2021. All things considered, because you got 2019, I would take all the bad if it came with the 2019 championship. Oxford's been home for 20 years. Port Sulphur will always be home. Got it. Hey, Ryan, Amanda Guidry. Good morning. Good morning. Reach out if you need somewhere to stay. Surprisingly, I have 2 Airbnbs available that weekend. Cody, we need to talk. Like, for really, real need to talk. Yes. Can you contact me? Because yes, actually, that would be wonderful. I'm not asking for a freebie either, but yes, I think I do need somewhere to stay, and would love to be in Oxford, like going to Memphis or something like that. Cody, if you want to text, my text line is 225-396-4400. There's my text line. I just put it on there. Or email me, Matt at 1045espn.com. Yeah, please let me. That'd be great. Okay, I think we're done. What? Okay. All right, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, Facebook like the page, share the post, podcast, subscribe on your favorite podcast app, rate us, leave a review. Shout out, as always, to all of our great sponsors. Brock Rock and Wine is Saturday. If you need a roof, call Parrish. Unique Physique, GLP-1s, they got them. Lowest prices, never any contracts. They can ship your medicine anywhere, and they can do the whole thing telemed. So if you live outside of Baton Rouge, you can still use Unique Physique. Book a session with Crystal Poche at Restored Motions. And remember, always our friends at FMOL Health, Our Lady of the Lake, championship health partner of LSU Athletics. We're thrilled to be partnered with our friends over at the Lake. Okay, y'all have an awesome day. Locked on LSU's Live, AFR3. See ya. Peace. I'm